Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation Skyfall. We're up to turn number 12. It's January of 1942, 12.5 UK Commonwealth, and 12.6 the Free French. So let's get into our two UK tech rolls. We're going to try for improved factories, stage 2, 7 or higher, and jets not on the board, 8 or higher. Okay, so first improved factories. A 1 we miss, and jets. A 10 we succeed, so 1 out of 2. So we get on the board for jets. Probably a little late in the game, but it is what it is. Okay, on to purchases. For the UK, we have 32 to spend. We're spending all of it. A Strat bomber for 12. An airborne for 3, that's 15. An artillery for 4 is 19. A militia for 2 is 21. 3 infantry for 9 is 30. And then a militia upgrade for 2 is 32. The FEC, 16 to spend. We're spending all of it. 8 on 2 Gurkhas. 4 on our artillery is 12. And 2 militia upgrades for 4 is 16. And then Anzac had 9, but we're only going to spend 2 of it on a militia and save 7. Okay, we do have a couple of attacks, but nothing too intense. Okay, so first over here, off of Normandy, we have a fleet here in A21, and that entire fleet is going to go over to A22 and engage that torpedo boat destroyer. That fleet consists of a light cruiser, 7 destroyers, 3 heavy cruisers. You got the 7 naval transports, and then that's the screening force. And then the carrying on force is going to be the coastal defense ship and the torpedo boat destroyer going to A23 to then hopefully take on that coastal defense ship. Also going into A23 is going to be the tactical bomber from London flying over 1. Also, it's going to be non-combat, but after hopefully A22 is cleared, of the 7 transports, 1's going to pick up the Marine in Normandy, drop him off in London. And then 2 of the other naval transports are going to pick up the 4 infantry in London and drop them in Normandy. Okay, so those are 2 battles. Number 3 is we're going to bomb the factory in West Germany again. So our Strat bomber is going to come over from London, 1, 2, 3. Let's see what else. We got our medium bomber coming over, 1, 2, 3. And then again, I didn't ask Pete if he wanted to scramble, but it's the same situation. 5 fighters are going to come over for escort, and he's only got the 1 fighter in West Germany, so I don't think he scrambles. And then the last battle, number 4, is a walk-on / a little bit of combat. So we've got in Istanbul, we're going to have the 3 infantry walk up into Bulgaria. So that part of it's a walk-on. But then we're also going to do an amphib assault. So the naval transport here in M8 is going to pick up 2 infantry from Cairo, go 1, 2 into M10. But we got to clear out that torpedo boat destroyer. So this destroyer here in M7 comes up 1, and then off of the fleet off of Cairo, both the fleet submarines are going to go. If I can pick them up. And the 2 torpedo boat destroyers are going to go. So those 5 ships will attempt to clear out those 2 German ships so we can land those 2 units there in Bulgaria. Okay, and that's it for our 4 combat. Okay, so let's get to our first battle is over here in A22. So we've got 3 heavy cruisers as part of our fleet that we're engaging that torpedo boat destroyer in. So 3 heavy cruisers at 6, 3, 8, and 7. So we got our 1 hit. His torpedo boat destroyer to 2. Oh, Lordy. The dice have been ridiculously hot in this game for the Axis. Okay, so we do clear that sea zone, but of course we have to lose a destroyer. I'll go ahead and lose the lone FEC destroyer that was a part of that force. Okay, Battle 2, we've got a tactical, a coastal defense ship, and a torpedo boat destroyer against a coastal defense ship. So our tactical at a 7, a 5 we do hit. His coastal defense ship at a 6. Of course he does hit. Shocking. Okay, we'll lose the Canadian torpedo boat destroyer. That clears out that. Okay, Battle 3. We're going to bomb the factory in West Germany. So Pete does have improved construction, or no? He has improved construction, improved factories. One of those two techs give him -5, I think, on the damage he can receive here. But okay, so the Strat Bomber provides 2d6s worth of damage, and the Medium Bomber 1. So I'll just roll all 3 dice together. So we do 6, 5, 11. So I think it's -5, but I'm not sure. So we do 11 damage, possibly -5. Okay, let's see about his AAA now. The Strat Bomber first, a 9 misses, and the Medium Bomber, a 9 misses. Okay, so we do 11 damage, possibly -5, so it'd at least be a gain of 6. And both planes survive. Okay, on to the last battle for the UK. So we've got 2 torpedo boat destroyers, 2 submarines, and a destroyer against a destroyer and a torpedo boat destroyer. Okay, so we've got a destroyer at a 4, 11 misses, and then we've got 2 submarines at 3. Well, 1 and a 3, so we got 2 hits. There we go. Our 2 torpedo boat destroyers at 2. 2 and a 3. So we got 3 hits. We should have only needed 2. His destroyer at a 4. A 3 does hit. And his torpedo boat destroyer at a 2. A 6 misses. So we suffer 1 damage. I guess we'll lose the torpedo boat destroyer. So he loses those 2 ships. So that cleared out that zone. So then that allows those 2 infantry to get dropped off. So all that got dropped off there in Bulgaria. Okay, so that was the only thing that went up money. So that was worth $1. So let's go ahead and move Germany down $1 from 60 to 59. And the UK, I think they're at 32. I never even added in the Dutch East Indies. I knew Rich was going to attack. So I think I'm at 32, but just double check. Go up 1 for Bulgaria. That's 33. Okay, so non-combat. Let's fly some planes back. So everything's going back to London. So the tactical that went to A23 goes back to London. So does the Strat Bomber from West Germany. And so does the Medium Bomber from West Germany. So do all 5 fighters. Let's see. We did some movement with the naval transports. This whole fleet now is in A22. Okay, so this Marine in Normandy got picked up and dropped off in Britain, or in London, and then the 4 infantry in London get dropped off in Normandy. So I believe that's it for non-combat up here. Okay, how about down here? All these ships are in M10. I just got to clean that up. Okay, so this entire fleet here in M8, which consists of 3 battleships, a battle cruiser, 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers, and a coastal sub, are all going to come down 1, 2, what is that? I-5. Hang out there with that Italian fleet. Here in Iran, what do we want to do? Rich has still got a bunch of stuff lurking around. How about we move these 2 infantry to... this is... He's still within range. Yeah, we'll just move them into Punjab for now. Just leave a militia behind for the time being. Over here with the FEC, I don't think we're doing anything. Oh, we did have one more attack. I forgot. I'm sorry. I was going to take this coastal sub up 1 and convoy raid the Japanese there, so hopefully that's okay with that. So let's see if it's okay. If not, then screw it. Doesn't matter, I guess, too much either way. Okay, so we've got both red. We got Japan as the kind of darker red, and the British as the lighter red. 3-2, and then I get 1 for the coastal sub. So I should have done 2 damage in terms of convoy rating. If it's not allowed, no biggie. Let's see. This sub here in P61, 1, 2, 3, to I8. Anzac, they'll stay like they are. Okay, so that should be it for the UK. So unit placement, while we're here, let's do, well, we do have one. I keep screwing up. I do have one non-combat move for the Australians. This militia in New South Wales is going to back off to Sydney. Okay, unit placement, the 1 Anzac militia goes in New South Wales. For the FEC, we got 2 Gurkhas. They're going in Benares. We've got artillery going in Calcutta. And then we got 2 militia upgrades. 1 here in Benares. And 1 here in, how about Delhi? Okay, the British, we've got a militia upgrade. That is going to be here in Akdeniz, here in Turkey. So I'll replace him. We've got a militia and an artillery. They're both going... Oh, crap, I forgot more non-combat. Oh, my God. Okay, so this cavalry in Ankara 1-2 to Istanbul, and then we're going to rail the artillery in Ankara to Istanbul. Okay. So then we've got a militia and an artillery. We're going to put the militia down in Istanbul, and then at our minor factory there, we're going to put the artillery as well. We got 3 infantry, an airborne, and a strat bomber. They're all for London. So put these down on the card over here by London. Another airborne, another strat bomber. And I believe that is it for the UK. Okay, so for the UK, they're sitting at 33. They spent everything, I believe. We still have 5 worth of bonuses. So that should be 38 for the UK. FEC is now down to 9. We spent everything. I think we still have our bonus, so that would be 11. And then Anzac is at 7. They saved 7, but no bonus, so 14. So I believe it's 38, 11, and 14. Okay, on to the Free French. They have $2. They're just going to save it. And they do have a couple of attacks. Okay, so the first one down here, here in A48, this naval transport is going to pick up the medium armor and the infantry, come down 1, and drop them off here in Cameroon. So we take that from Vichy, but I count that as German. So let's go ahead and knock Germany down 1 to 58, and the Free French go up to $3. Woohoo! Okay. Their other attack, I believe we're at war with Japan now. I think they attacked everybody. So this sub here is going to go 1, 2, 3 and attempt to convoy the Japanese there. So we did 2 points of damage already to that line. So I believe we can do 3 more maximum. Okay. So the French, they don't have a die. That's kind of disconcerting. So let's find the Japanese die. And we'll use, how about We'll just use the German black one. So black is going to be the French, and the red is the Japanese. So 5 to 5, but then +2 for the sub. So I believe we do another 2 damage. So Japan should hopefully have altogether lost $4. Non-combat, this infantry in Syria is going to rail down to Nubia. And then the light cruiser in A21 is going to come over 1 to A22 and join that British fleet there. So that should be it for non-combat. So for income, France saved its 2, and it collects 3, so it should be at 5. Okay, so let's do a unit recap. So let's start over here. In C-Zone A22, we have, for the British, they have a light cruiser, 3 heavy cruisers, 7 naval transports, and 6 destroyers. There's also a French light cruiser. In Normandy and port are 2 heavy cruisers. In Normandy itself, we have 5 medium armor, 3 anti-aircraft guns, and then we added 4 infantry. So sorry about this. Let's count all these guys up just to be accurate. 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18. So there should have already been 18 there plus 4, so that's 22. So Normandy, 22 infantry, 5 medium armor, 3 AAA, 2 heavy cruisers in port. Southern England and Northern England, a militia piece. London, we have an air transport, a tactical bomber, a medium bomber, 2 Strat bombers, 2 Marines, 3 airborne, 3 infantry, 5 fighters. Cairo changed a little bit. It's now down to a militia and 3 infantry. In the Red Sea there, that fleet is 3 battleships, a battle cruiser, 2 light cruisers, 2 destroyers, a coastal sub. In M10, we have an Anzac naval transport, and then a destroyer, 2 fleet submarines, and a torpedo boat destroyer. Bulgaria has 5 infantry. Istanbul has a fortification, a coastal artillery gun, a militia, a cavalry, 2 artillery. There's an infantry in Ankara and Akdeniz. 2 infantry in Punjab. In Benares, we're up to 7 Gurkhas and 1 militia. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's 7. Yep, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 Gurkhas, 1 infantry. Calcutta, again, I don't feel like adding all that up, but I added 1 artillery. So that gives me a total of 4 artillery now in Calcutta. And for Anzac, the only thing that changed is we added 1 militia to Sydney. So now that's up to 4 militia there in Sydney. Okay. So that should be it. The French, we got a fleet submarine in P-34. We got 2 infantry in Nubia. We got an infantry and a medium armor in Cameroon. And that's it. So that should be it for the UK Commonwealth. Turning things over now to Global War 36 enthusiast and the Italians.